Fall is all about cozy comforts, and with Hero Bread, you can enjoy all your favorites and still hit your health goals. From breakfast bagels and meal prepped enchiladas to mouth-watering burgers and cheesy noodles. You won't believe Hero Bread's options have 0 to 5 grams net carbs and are high fiber from the taste and texture. And right now, Hero Bread is offering 10% off your order. Go to hero.co and use code FALL25 at checkout. That's FALL25 at hero.co. All figures are per serving of Hero Bread. Contains 2 to 18 grams of fat per serving. See the product nutrition panels on hero.co for more information.
Marty, let's talk about being down and more importantly, how do we get out of, let's just call it a depressed or not clinically depressed, but I'm just down. I'm in a funk. I just feel like maybe at this moment in my life, I don't have a purpose. I'm just down. Have you ever felt that way? And Marty, the purpose of this podcast is to help people get out of that funk, if you will, and to be proactive, to make something very positive happen. But talk to us, Marty.
Mm-hmm. I can say I know exactly what you're talking about because yesterday I was in one of those funks. I was letting all that has gone on this past year and what's going on with our nation right now. Ron and I are working on a project and things just haven't been falling together like we thought, challenges. So I was just I let all of that bother me and decided that I needed to go to the commissary. So I would get behind my wheels. And I'm the type of person, don't take my wheels away from me, because when I need to get in the car and go and be alone, then don't tell me I can't have my wheels. So before I left, though, I was trying to explain something to Ron and he wasn't understanding. And what did I do? I called him a name, which is not a nasty name, just a name. And then I get in the car and I think, that is so bad of me. Why did I do that? So that bothered me too. So that, that took me down even more. And so I just continued on with my shopping, got to the commissary and looked at my phone, and Ron sent me a text saying, call me when you get a chance. So I call him and I immediately say to him, I called you a name and I'm really sorry, please forgive me. And he goes, I don't remember you calling me a name. What did you call me? And I went, I don't remember what I called you. So we had a good time, a little humor, which helped. It helped for Ron to know that I was down, called me, and helped me. Someone cared. He cared. And so I think if we can think of someone, you may be down and you may be thinking, I think my friend is down, give them a call, text them, let them know that you care and you're thinking about them. You may be down, but that will help you too.
Marty, I think what you're saying, and I know it to be true, that we must be positive. In other words, or intentional, that we have to do something. We've got to be proactive. We have to take action to get out of this funk. That if we just sit around, commiserate, and wring our hands and wish something were going to happen, we're not going to be out of this funk as quickly as we could if we otherwise just take action. You and I are totally different people, but do you agree with that?
Right. And I feel, and I also think that do it even when you're hurting, because you do something for someone else in your community, a friend, a family member. Even when you're hurting, you do it, and you will feel much better because you took the time to make someone else feel happy.
Marty, is there a statement here that, if you do a kind act, let's just use that term, with intentionality, it's rarely are you going to hurt someone's feeling by doing that. And there's a greater likelihood you will uplift somebody than make them feel bad. Is that a truism?
Right. And they may not express it to you, but it will make them feel better.
One thing I knew yesterday, that knowing Marty as I do for 52 years of marriage and 55 years of knowing her, that I knew she was down, and I said, okay, I'll just talk with her a little bit. We did. Wasn't too long after that, I saw a credit card charge of $60.49 come in from the Navy exchange. So I said, nope, she's feeling better now. I am certain of that. Shopping is a relief to you, and I know, Marty, there are times that, yep, your wheels be alone, and there's a bit of solitude for a moment in your life that helps the situation.
Also, if you're a couple and one is down, it was so nice for Ron to know how to, or what to say, what to do. But we have humor in our marriage, and humor can bring us out, laughter, conversation. So humor helps for us.
Marty, just today, okay, you mentioned humor, that we have our own devotional time, and we are studying marriage and the scriptures associated with marriage. And there's a devotional, a reading a devotional, then there's the scripture associated with that, and then there's a little time of we'll talk it over. What did you learn from this? How do you apply it? And so Marty and I have the expression that, well, yep, we're very passionate, and sometimes we can have some, very passionate times of fellowship, we call it, but let's just call it arguments. But those arguments generally do not last more than about 17 minutes. And then we have each adopted the expression, we meet in the middle by the old oak tree. And so, yep, we frequently compromise by meeting at the proverbial old oak tree. And Marty, you commented about that today. To tell us what you said there.
Well, I said, we do meet in the middle of the old oak tree. And just real quick, there is a song that we were able to get that expression from. But then I also said, and sometimes instruction is needed at the old oak tree.
Now, for any listener who doesn't get the gist of that, what is being said is, and if you don't know Marty and me, she's 4 feet 11 and a half inches, the half counts, and just over 89 pounds. I am 6'2", 240 pounds, and when she says instruction is needed, need I say more about to whom that instruction is being directed? And so that's just some of the humor that we have. I will tell you that in our 52 years of marriage, arguments almost always, a very, very high percentage of time, result in a little talking back and forth, and it results in laughter. And almost always, we know that's the end of it. But Marty, let's talk about address the person who's just going through stuff. I mean, this is a period of time in our nation with COVID that we are unemployed. We don't have the money. I don't know the next day just how things are going to happen and the like. Marty, there is there's maybe a financial funk that I really don't know if we're going to be able to stay in the house. We are being forced to stay together more so as a family than we have in the past, and it just seems we can't get along with each other very well. Marty, how do we help a family or a person get over a funk like this, which is, I say it's a funk, let's just say it's a current reality.
I think, say it's a husband and a wife and they're going through some things, take a walk with your spouse and just recommit that this is not going to come between you. You are going to work it out. It will work. I think of the time after Ron retired from the military. He didn't have a job for 15 months. And so he just found cutting grass. He did whatever it took. He remodeled an apartment. Did whatever it took to help with the finances. But being that committed to each other, and saying, we're not going to let this come between us, and we're not going to let this hurt our family.
Marty, I think that commitment is a very important trait. That am I committed to be a catalyst? I use that term, but am I committed to be proactive? Am I committed to be intentional to do my part to get us over this period of time? And one thing that we know to be true, and it became an even greater reality yesterday as we were doing a podcast. Do something positive for somebody. Do something positive for somebody. Marty, John Maxwell has written a book called Intentional Living, but in that book, he talks about it's being aware of yourself. What makes you happy? What makes you sing? What brings joy to your life? When you know yourself that well and you're aware of those things, be active, take action, and do those things that are at the core of your joy and happiness. Marty, my relationship with you is that way, and I'm not trying to highlight you and me necessarily, but I am saying that, you are a total fulfillment to me when I feel like God's calling in my life is to be a catalyst, meaning I feel a calling to help connect the dots. And when I can help others be a problem solver, be a solution provider, I get great satisfaction out of that. Talk to us, Marty.
In this book also, John recommends things that you can do for others that will help them, which gives you a better feeling about yourself and helps you rise above being down.
So, Marty, there is an aspect of doing something for others, not just for yourself, but for many of us, doing something for others actually helps lift us out of a funk, out of being low. And if we are motivated by interacting with others and doing something good for others, then let's take the time to be proactive and take the action to do just that. Marty, has there ever been a time when someone called you and just said something to the effect, well, you're just on my mind, I just wanted to talk with you? Has that ever been distracting to you, or is there anything negative about that?
No, it's not. And I have a friend that'll text me every once in a while and say, how are you doing? And that's good. I do want to say that we have these books, and if our listeners would like one of the books, explain how they could get it.
Well, just call us at 410-586-1875 or send an email to either Ron at thecooperculture.com or Marty, Marty, at thecooperculture.com. We will sell you these books at our cost, $19.99, and then $3.99 for shipping, and we'll be happy to send this hardback book to you. It's a book that that just talks about being intentional, and that is we know that some of the most successful people, and success in any way that you define success, and not necessarily in monetary terms, but you can be very successful just by being a happy person. That I know how to come out of a funk. I know how to motivate myself. I know how to be an inspiration and a help to others. That's all about taking action. You're being very intentional. And that's what this book is about. And so when we are able to be a very positive agent in someone's life, that, for Marty and me, each of us, is hugely satisfying. Marty, I don't want to speak for you, but what about you?
Oh, I love encouraging people. And this podcast is my way of encouraging you, knowing yesterday what I was like, today I'm much better, and encouraging you to do the same. If you are in this, or if you know someone that is, encourage them to how to come out of this, and know that we will make it. Our nation will come around.
Marty, there's also a principle I think it's worthy of talking about, that your funk yesterday was relatively short-lived, and you're better today than yesterday. Maybe you're on very much the positive side today as compared to yesterday. There's some people who are listening to this podcast who would say, my situation is not going to be over that quickly, that soon. It's a much longer term situation. I can tell you that Marty and I, Marty mentioned just a little bit earlier in his podcast, that I was unemployed for 15 months following a 22-year career with the United States Air Force. That was a pretty devastating time, and quite honestly, I didn't know what was going to happen. So yes, I cut grass. I did whatever I could do to bring in a few dollars. I literally remember there were times when I've got $5. This is literal. Do I put it put it toward gas to hopefully have an interview that maybe would result in something longer term, or do I put it towards something to eat? And we were in a nice home. We had, we were in financial balance until I no longer had my income. And so, Marty, there are times that people think, well, I tell you what, I don't know. This is a long-term situation, and there is no quick solution to it. Marty, is there? Can you think of times when you say, yes, we've been through stuff? The 15 months of unemployment was pretty long-term stuff, but together we encouraged each other. It seems, Marty, there's very few times that you and I are down at the same time, but normally one of us, if one's down, the other one's up. We encourage each other. But is there a statement here, Marty, that I need to think beyond myself and think about others such that I can try to reach out to others and provide some fulfillment in their life? And so that is a motivating factor. And sometimes I use the expression, sometimes fulfillment to me comes in small chunks.
Right. I want to say, I'm going to bring it to a little closer to real time for me. Yesterday when I was driving, I kept thinking, what can I do to help myself get out of this? And I thought about John's book, and I thought about what he says, do something. So I thought, what can I do? What can I do? And this podcast came to mind. I need to get my message out that I was, and this is what I'm going to do. I want Ron and I to do a podcast and say, I know where you are. This is what you can do. And once I thought of doing something, getting a message out, it really helped. Doing that, something for others, helped me get out of my funk.
And Marty, certainly to the listening audience, we want to be very genuine that we've been through stuff, we've been in funks, and I don't want to present any impression that there's always an easy, quick solution to everything. There are times we're just going to have to endure the situation we're in. But if we have a positive outlook, if we surround ourselves with people of similar values, that is, we're not with people who drag us down all the time, but if we choose to have a circle of friends with whom we can identify, we largely share the same values and so forth, we will be uplifting to each other. And so that circle of friends, I think, is very important to us. And having that close circle of friends, and just knowing that, I can trust the group of friends that I have. I can communicate well with them. I don't feel that I am belittling myself, or I don't feel anything less if I have the trust established with these other people. And Marty, you and I certainly do, that we have very open and honest communication. And we can say that, today I'm down, I'm in a funk, and hopefully the other person is not down as well. But even if we're down together, let's lift each other up.
Right.
So Marty, let's maybe bring this in for a landing and just say that there's not a quick, easy solution to everything, but if we're intentional and we choose to take action, we can and will have a positive impact on other people. Are we aware of others around us in some of the stuff maybe that's influencing them, and can we help provide hope to others? You and I, Marty, always want to be a source of hope. We want to be a guiding light. And that's not to say that everything we do is right, that kind of thing, and that we're not a special source necessarily, but the desire of our heart is that we reach out and be a positive impact on other people.
So I hope that this podcast helps you. Let us know. Reach out to us.
Call us, 410-586-1875, or send an email, ron@thecooperculture.com or marty@thecooperculture.com. Let us know what you're going through. Or the other way is, how have you overcome a funk and a down period? How have you helped someone else? There's great joy in just saying that, now that you've jogged my memory, here's how I help somebody else. And it's many times a source of fulfillment, just being able to explain to someone else, this is how I think I was a positive impact.
Well, you can explain our podcast series that we have.
Well, and we have a podcast series that we call Overcomers Overcoming. And the purpose of that podcast is to profile people who have either overcome or are in the process of overcoming something, a life topic that they felt at the time was maybe too large a challenge, but they have overcome. The purpose of this is to help others know that no matter what you're going through, someone else has likely experienced what you're going through, and they will explain to you how they made it through this period of time in their life. Marty, one thing we have learned through life experience is that everyone has a story that someone needs to hear. And it's taken me a long time to reckon with that hey, I'm just plain old me, and my story is just as plain as it can be. But we've been through stuff, and somebody somewhere is going to get motivation from that, inspiration. Everybody has a story someone needs to hear. So what we're doing through this podcast series, Overcomers Overcoming, is profiling. That let us know a little bit about the past, and we do not focus on the past, but rather, how did you overcome whatever you went through to where it's today and forward, that we can inspire and motivate others that you're not in this alone. And here's how I made it through, and maybe I can help you adapt to whatever situation you are in, and together we can experience the victory on the other side. So come join us, folks. There is a Facebook group we call the Overcomers Overcoming. Ask to join that group. Well, I am the administrator, and come on in and join us and share your experience with us. This is all about sharing, uplifting, and adding value to people. Marty, thank you for adding value to my life. And I say very jokingly, 55 years ago, I saw you out in a soybean field pulling weeds, put you in the back of my truck, and here we are 55 years later.
It's been a great journey.
So come on, folks, join us and let us know how you have benefited from various things, how you've overcome, and let's be a source of encouragement to other people. And so let's do this together. So it'll be a great opportunity to share our experience with other people. So come join us. We look forward to being with you. Can we purpose to take action and be a positive influence on others? I hope so. Marty is such a positive influence with me and just a consummate partner. She's very fulfilling. This is not about us, but it is about being a fulfilling person of gratitude, reaching out to others in time of need and time of help. There are some who are just are down because of being weighed by daily, weekly environmental circumstances, and people need to be encouraged. Can we purpose within each other, with each other, to reach out to those who need help? They need a guiding light. And even if we don't have the solution to whatever it is they're going through. If a person just knows that we're there, we are there to help them, support them, do whatever it is they need, man, we're in this together, we're beside you. We mentioned the book, Intentional Living, John Maxwell wrote. We have the book, and we'd like for you to have a copy of that. We will send it to you at our cost, $19.99 plus $3.99 shipping, and we're happy to send that to you. Just let us know by way of email, ron@thecooperculture.com, or you can call 410-586-1875. Let us know you'd like the book, and we will have it sent to you, and we'll make payment arrangements with you. But we hope that you have gotten value with this podcast. Marty and I know there are people who are just really down because of various circumstances in life, and we want everyone to know that we are here to help support in any way that we can, and as we together reach out to others with intentionality, with action, we're going to help others through a period of, call it despondency, whatever it is they may be going through. But just let people know that we will get through this time, and this period of COVID, this period of our nation's history where we just seem to be polarized, extremely polarized. But there is a solution to all of this, and if we together purpose to be a catalyst, an agent of transformation, an agent of taking action and showing leadership, we'll all work together, and we're going to come out on the other side victorious, and we're all going to have a great story to tell. So we look forward to working with you. Call us, and even if you don't want the book, just let us know what you're doing to help others overcome, and let's share the good news with everybody. We look forward to working with you.